Welcome to my No Man's Sky normal playthrough, and if you're following the series you'll be aware in the last part I visited the anomaly which contains Nada and Polo, and Nada gave me a mission. I can't remember where it is now. There it is. Here it is there. Oh, it doesn't actually say here. It says collect alien encounter data Polo, and I had to meet 30 aliens. And for any of you guys not familiar with this mission, or series of missions is probably a better description, it's actually tied to these milestones here, and you can see here I've actually reached the level 3. I've met 30, in fact I've met 33 aliens, and the next upgrade is at 35 aliens. So, and I think this is something that you need to be very much aware of, guys, that Nada's and Polo's missions are very much tied to these milestones, so you don't have to consciously go and ask Polo for a mission. What you do is just work on these milestones, and then when you visit Polo, he will give you a mission, and if you fulfilled it you get it automatically. If you don't, you just have to keep working on it. But please be aware that these become more and more difficult over time. And I think by the time you get to the final step, guys, you've got to have discovered all the creatures on 10 planets. So be aware of that, guys, that the missions that Nada and Polo will give you will progressively get more difficult. But then if you're playing the game normally, it shouldn't make any difference, because if you're going out and doing things in the game, you will find that those milestones will just tick over quite nicely. And it says here we've got a scan now to find the anomaly. Oh wow, it just appeared out of thin air right in front of me. It's almost like I've just summoned the anomaly. Oh, that's different. Normally you've got to kind of cruise around trying to find them. And what we're going to do is go in and talk to Nada, if I can find the entrance. Right guys, here's the entrance, so let's just slide in and go and talk to... Oops. Oh, come off it. Shouldn't do that, game. A bit tricky. Right, in we go, guys. And just go talk to Polo. It says, it is as you said, Nada, as you said. We are pleased, delighted and renewed to see you return, stranger. And all the others out there, did you meet all sorts of prospector, ensign, analysts who transmit the data? Polo pulls over the data, muttering bitterly at the variations that are already familiar and cheering at those that are not. Finally, Polo applauds wildly and offers to craft me a new technology they claim that they would be bound to glorious friendship. What do I want? I think I'll go with an exosuit technology, to be honest. Clever, strong suit. And we've actually got hazmat glove. Great. That would be very, very useful to have that. Friend, you've given me much to consider. Please, I must take some time. Perhaps you might explore a little more and find interesting stories to tell us. Our home loves to gather stories. You will know when I am ready, friend. I will ask to see you the sights again. And I think this is the feature of this anomaly series of missions. They kind of disappear, and you won't get the next contact until you meet the anomaly again. You can't just keep bouncing off of the same anomaly over and again. But in theory, Nada should give us now. Is it traveller? Is it first? Is it last? Pleasure regardless. I am the priest entity Nada, Divergent Corvax. The entities must keep secrets, yes. The electronics beams stare at me in the dark. I cannot escape the feeling that we have somewhere met before. The entire station sings with a strange and unnerving frequency. Nada tells me to stand in a place between the worlds in the heart of the anomaly. We can guide me towards the will of the Atlas. They offer to show me the way to the galactic core. And I think this is where you get the option. I think I'm going to seek the path of the Atlas, because hopefully that will give me, marks the location of an Atlas interface. I hope they'll find that I am searching for. That is going to be useful. Transmit milestone data. Don't know what that is. You'll see much, but you do not understand. Not for Nada to know. Please take this. And he's given us 400 nanites. Wow. Now, Polo is busy analysing the previous data. Time until Polo is finished. So what they're saying is we can't come back for 2 hours. Okay, that's interesting. So select opportunities in the log and plot a course on the galaxy map. Oh, that's new. The timeout. Anyway, what I'm hoping now, guys, is that we will be able to move. Oops, bit of a wonky takeoff. I'm hoping now that we will be able to. I don't know if I've got any fuel. I've got 1 fuel. So now, Nada and Polo is one of the 3 threads or major missions that come with the game. But the way to treat these kind of core thread missions is not something you want to rush through and try and do quickly. These are just like a backdrop to doing all the other missions, exploration, building bases. These are things that you do as you go along. And hopefully now, if we come in here, yep. Wait. Yeah, there's the Atlas station. What we should be able to do now, yeah, Atlas station. We hopefully, we're not going to be able to get there in one go. So what you get is this Atlas station. I was half hoping to get to it in one go, but you can see the red line here is the solid line. That's the rate limit of my warp drive, and then down to here, I think it doesn't actually tell me. And what happens is, if you travel down this line, guys, and it's probably several jumps, I can't see the line there, but when you get to the Atlas station, you go into another station, looks very similar to the one we've just been visiting, and in there you start the next mission of where you actually go. So it says home base start, journey start there, and we are here, and we can go to here. Oops. Nope. This system. This has just got 1 planet with 2 moons. I'm not sure whether that's going to be based, and of course this is data unavailable because I haven't got an economy scanner yet. I mean, I could come here and do the exploration, but I'm really looking for somewhere to build a decent base. I mean, maybe we need to stay here and just have a look round this system first and see if there's a suitable place to actually build a base. Just frozen planet, cobalt, dioxide and copper. And what have we got here? I think this one we've already discovered, haven't we? Album and pearls. I think I found some album and pearls, didn't I? I must have sold them. Maybe it's the wrong game. Never mind. I think, is it worth coming down here and building a base on this planet? But it is a water world. There's this abandoned building there. I think what we're going to do, guys, well, it's quite a rare pleasure, considering I've played permadeath, to actually settle on a planet like this that doesn't want to kill me instantaneously, which is what tends to happen in permadeath. You get a nice cool looking planet like this, and what happens is every creature, the sentinels, everything wants to kill you. So I think we got a lake there. Go over and grab some sodium. So I've probably got more than enough than I actually need. Grab that. Here's the beachfront. Maybe we'll build a beachfront property here. So I think maybe it's time to build our first proper base. And this area is reasonably flat. So if we come in here, rate components, think it's in here, isn't it? Ah. Base computer. So we've got our base. Just going to come out of here. Digital outpost. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for constructions. Claim base. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's quite a good location for probably a permanent base. And so what do we need to do to build a base? Got to remember now, guys, because I haven't got that much in the way of, that's freighter components. I'm not sure why I've got freighter components, because I don't actually have a freighter. That's decoration. That's basic components. That's wood. Okay. That's freighter components. That's decoration. So effectively, what it's telling me is anything I can actually build here is a wooden base. Okay. Maybe that's what all I've got to start with then. So let's maybe we'll just build up here a little bit. Yeah, so I think it's a bit flatter there. Come out that way. Got a bit of a beachfront going now. Suppose I could have leveled it off. I think it'd be okay, guys. I mean, this is literally a starter home, isn't it? So. Bit like flat pack building, isn't it? I suppose I better put a door in. And now we've got to do is put a roof on it. Although I don't think I'm going to need it, the environmental protection, but I'm going to. Right, got missing. Right. What do we get missing? We need carbon and ferrite dust. Guess we better go out looking. Hello, Mr. Sentinel. Yes. Go away. I think Sentinels are starting to become some of the most irritating things in the game, to be honest. So I'm just gonna. I know in normal mode they're not particularly. If you lose them, you get a countdown. About time too. I think if we... Right, let's just... that in and get out of that. I think I've got the Now, I think I lost my refiner, didn't I? I think I could probably put the blueprint analyzer out. Oops. Can we put, oh, we can put the signal booster out here, so we should be able to put the base computer blueprint analyzer, so we can put the blueprint analyzer in this corner. It's going to do that. And analyzer unit online, awaiting input, blueprint research. And we need the various components to make that. Okay. Not much in here though. You could certainly do with the base teleporter if we had somewhere to teleport to. And the other thing I need to do now is make a... Probably won't have enough resources for this, so... We're going to make some metal plating. And of course we need ferrite dust. We're going to have to go out and brave the... Let's grab this. Go away! Stop annoying me. Everything needs. I'm just going to deploy this. Drop this in. Well. And do we need to manufacture anything just yet? We haven't got anything to really manufacture, so. About the starship, got tritium, magnetized ferrite copper, as we could. It says starship out of range. Great. Where's my starship? I'm convinced Sentinels are literally programmed to hang around your bases and just be obnoxious. Right, let's just grab some carbon on the way through so that we can. And let's grab some ferrite and paraffin film. And come in here. Can we actually have to get into the ship? I might as well scan this, make some cash. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, go away! Sodium. Can we actually refine sodium into anything else? I suppose this is what part of what this contraption is. If we put the sodium in there, we get sodium nitrate. Advanced catalyst useful for charging defensive technologies. Okay, let's give this a go. I suppose that there's an advantage of refining up materials so that they're more effective, so you can carry more because you don't need so much to actually recharge what you're doing, is probably the way to say it. Right, is there anything around here? Still would love to scan these birds because they're all too far away. Got there, paraffin deposit, copper deposit, buried technology module. Let's just how's my door? Yeah. Oops. Just get out here and gather that technology module to see if we can actually unlock anything. Can I get rid of that message? It's starting to irritate me. We'll go that way. That should put it onto, yeah. Got to kill 22 creatures. Wow, it's going to take a little while. Just a bit top that up. You're running low on carbon. Okay. Exosuits. That up. Grab the carbon on the way through. Hopefully I can see you. Hopefully the sentinels will stay away. But it's saying that that is actually we got one for that. Great. Else around here? Yeah. Copper deposits. There's not much around here, is there, guys? Maybe if we can get underneath the birds, I might be able to actually scan them. So we're just going to come here. Oh, come on, birds. Let's see if we can get right underneath them. Nope. Oops, sorry about that. I thought you were a plant. Oh well, that's 2 towards my mission. Wow. Trouble is, I've got no idea. I can't remember where that mission actually came from. And I think that's going to be one of the fun elements of the game now, is trying to work out where all the different missions come from. Anyway guys, let's just get a little bit of a trot on. I must admit, I do like the water. I mean, it does seem to flow a little bit more now than it used to. Right, it says another sentinel showing up. Let's go away. Oh, it says unidentified. So scan this, see what the secondary element is. It's got one. Sulfurine. Oh, it's a terrain. So it's saying it's just there. And we've got another one. I think what we'll do, guys, is we'll just keep walking around this way. Back to normal mining beam. And take this tree down. Like you do. We grab grab some more of this. I'm not sure what paraffinum is used for, but I'm sure we will find out eventually. If we walk round here, round that spur, we should be okay, guys. And there's the Sentinel. Hello, Mr. Sentinel. Actually, we got a couple of... Oh, they're on another planet. Ancient Ruin. I suppose we could, just to wind this part up, is go and check out the Ancient Ruin, guys. I don't think we've visited an Ancient Ruin in this mode, have we? I think this is one of the problems I've got at the moment, because I've been flipping backwards and forwards between so many different games. I'm actually starting to confuse what I've done in each game. Although I've had a slight problem with my permadeath series. If any of you guys watched the short video I made, I was actually killed by a random player. Luckily I made a manual backup of the game prior to the release of the next update, because I don't trust new updates, and I thought it's perfectly legitimate to protect my investment in the permadeath series, and as it was, it worked out quite well because I got killed. And so at the moment I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing with my permadeath series, and I think I've already mentioned this before. I'm kind of half thinking that maybe I want to do a survival series. And for any of you guys who've been watching this series, normal mode's okay, but I think after spending a year playing permadeath, it just seems a little bit easy. You know, everything seems to be more given to you. While I'm enjoying playing it now, I'm not convinced it's going to have the longevity of, say, my permadeath series. I mean, the first birthday of my permadeath series is on the 16th of this month, 16th of August. When that comes up, I would have been playing that series for a year. What is this? We got 36 sodium nitrate from that. Okay. Yeah, so I would have been playing that series for a year, and to be honest, I don't think a normal playthrough would ever last that long. I think I would eventually get bored of it. Could really do with some storage down here. I suppose you could be cheeky. I mean, I've got oxygen, I've got carbon. Got tritium, magnetized. Got some projectile ammunition, but I don't think I've got any. Or did I? No, I haven't. Again, wrong game. I haven't put in, I mean, I could install the bolt thrower, but I would have to put in some. And maybe there's going to be an advantage of actually putting in the bolt thrower. So maybe if can I make 3 nanite tubes? Just keep on doing that. So can I make 3 of these? Yes. So let's just. Oh, we haven't got enough chromic metal. I think you get chromic metal from. I'm sure if I put some. I've got some copper. Yeah. So you can get that spinning away. And I think while that's just building, guys, we're gonna pick up a bit more carbon around the front door and a bit more paraffin. Keep wanting to say paraffin. Oops, overheated a little bit there, guys. I mean, to be honest, guys, I've never been a big fan of the bolt caster, but since I've been playing this update, I think they've nerfed the mining beam a little bit and boosted the bolt caster, so the bolt caster seems to be a little bit more useful. Alien artifact, what's that over there then? Let's just go check that out. It's 252 away. Hello, Mr. Dinosaur. I haven't done this for a long time either. Underneath him. I think we've got enough of that. We'll just grab the carbon. Collect on the run, and that is probably a knowledge stone. Actually, it says alien artifact, but that looks suspiciously like a knowledge stone. But a knowledge stone's a knowledge stone. It will add a little bit more. because if we can learn the words, yeah, there we are. And we've got the get word of beware. Beware of sentinels. Sorry, creature. I've got to keep adding to my total. I mean, I could take on the big boy. Can I kill you? Yep. You actually went down quite quick, actually. I think the smaller ones were tougher than you. Hopefully you're not going to litter up my front yard. There's a sentinel coming in. He's gone blue, which means, I think, is it blue when they're on their way to red? Or is that just an optical illusion? Right guys, let's just get over here. I'm just gonna, yeah, hopefully 25. That will be enough. Otherwise we're going to have to go and mine some more copper. Yep. We've got the bolt caster. Obviously can't. We've got 64 rounds in the bolt caster. We've now got a bolt caster, a mining beam, and a terrain manipulator. Actually, I think what I could do, be a bit sneaky here. And a little tip here guys, when your inventory is small, you might as well just keep everything filled up. There's no point trying to store things separately. We got some sodium, we got some ferrite, pure ferrite, ferrite dust, paraffinium, sodium nitrates, some carbon, ferrite dust. But what I could do is actually, I come in here, transfer. I mean, I don't want to manufacture it. It says 1-to-1, so okay. Just let that trundle away while we go off and do something else. What I was thinking, guys, is you could store 250 of an element in there, and then when you actually says unidentified. Yeah, and then if you suddenly decide that you want it back and you don't want to convert it, all you got to do is take it out again. I went out and collected those things in the ground. I can't remember what they were now. Let's see if we can. Blueprint analyzer online, blueprint research. So we've got 2 modules. Base teleporter module. Very tempted to unlock that, because that would give us our first connection to a space station. Yeah. And question, we'll have to build it outside, won't we? So maybe we need to build that. So let's just see what we need to build. A base teleporter module in here. Oh, we got a milestone. Rambler, we've done 25k. And cannot build missing components, but so we need ionized cobalt. Okay, so we've got to find some ionized cobalt to build the teleporter. Never mind. Get him. Yep. It says unidentified. See, I was losing out on carbon and on oxygen on that by not actually scanning that plant. See, now I can get carbon and a little bit of oxygen. That's why it's very important to scan everything when you actually see it. Looks like there's another knowledge stone there, so we're just going to grab that. Oh, we've got some goodies here. Missed that out on the first pass, don't I? Got to get something of value here. Got a Korvax casing. I mean, Korvax casings are very useful for when you want to look for a portal, but in the beginning of the game at this point, I would say that they're probably far more useful as a source of income, to be honest. Right, got here. What's this? How much is the Korvax casing worth? Yes, it's worth 22,000. So that's going to be quite useful. And I think what we're going to do, guys, is just to wind this part up. I've just suddenly noticed the time. And do I actually have enough fuel? Nope, nope, I haven't got enough fuel. Okay. And can I make another one? Yep. And we're just going to transfer that to the starship. And charge that up. And we're just going to get up into space, guys. I mean, I could go and... No, I think I'll leave the religious stuff for the next part, guys. What we're going to do is just get back to the space station. Oh, it looks like there's cobalt on the frozen planet, so maybe the next part we'll go and visit the cobalt. And what we're going to do is just sidle on in here. And I suppose we can go up and sell the Korvax casing. Make a little bit more cash, free up some anything else in here that I can sell. I want to keep everything in here. We've got navigation data, salvage technology. Whoops. Need to think about the tritium. Probably sell the Mordite. We don't really have a use for Mordite just at the moment. Got this circuit board which I'm lugging around as well. Signal booster, I really should have deployed that at my base as well. I'll probably do that off, although the signal booster is quite useful for finding things when you're out and about. So maybe I'll keep the signal booster with me. Okay guys, let's just sell this off and then that'll be the end for this part. Right, just gonna sell that Korvax casing off. And the Mordite, get another 1,000. I mean, I'd love to get another ship, to be honest. We could get this dinky little shuttle. It's probably not going to be much bigger than the one I've got now. It's an 18 slot. It's got hyperdrive. It's got more efficient thrusters. Let's see what the price is. My current ship is 15 slots and this is 18 slots and we can exchange it for 125,000. Yeah, maybe. Let's. Trouble is we don't have a rocket launcher, but I don't think that's the end of the world. And what we can do is be a little bit sneaky as well. It's not gonna. Oh, we got a little bit out of this. So what we're gonna do, guys, is just. We got the hyperdrive. I've got some fuel in my current hyperdrive, but there's nothing I can do about that. My thrusters are charged. That's charged. We've got a pulse cannon. And we've got a bit of an upgrade, so yeah, I think we're going to go with this, guys. I mean, it's a pretty ugly looking ship, but it's a step in the right direction. I mean, that's the way to think of it, guys. And we'll just have to get some warp fuel I mean, I'm not planning on going to a new system just yet anyway, so we got, actually that could probably go to, so we've now graduated to an 18 slots, managed our C class. Well, we've got no shield boosts or damage, or no hyperdrive boosts. I mean, shuttles don't tend to have any percentage boosts or anything like that, but it is worth a bit more than the last one, and that's where you've got to look at it, guys. If you can't find a really good ship, or you can't make large sums of money, one way to move up the ladder as such is to go up in these small increments of by trading up a slightly larger ship until you get something that you do like. I think I was just going to call this ship Stubby, because that's the word that comes to mind when I actually see it. Anyway, guys, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. As I say, we've now got a little stubby ship here. It looks almost like the part of it's missing, but I think we can live with it in the short term, guys. I mean, we probably won't keep it very long. And of course, we're going to say goodbye to this ship. And oh, you can't actually get back in it. You can't buy it anymore. Oh, that's sneaky. Anyway, guys, this is the ship we got. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.